Hey folks, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain. And as you have seen in the past year, we took a little hiatus off. We've been at this a year now, and every Sunday, so we decided to take a little time off and gather our thoughts and come back with even bigger and better guests. And folks, you all don't know yet, we're having a complete outdoor block that will be starting up soon here. And it'll be Saturday mornings. You'll get to see a lot of national shows, Go Fish Dan, Sweet Addiction, the opener with Jeffrey Earnhardt, and including my show, Lights Out Outdoors. So if you don't get the Pursuit channel, you'll be able to see it right here. And it'll air again in the afternoons also. So we're going to have a really good time doing that, and we're really proud to be back. And we want to thank the TV station for continuing this progress here and our sponsors that we have. It's been a really good time. And I tell you what, folks, before we went on our break, we had Stacy from Prime One Camel call into the show. And that really generated a lot of activity on social media here in the Kentucky and Indiana area. And so I wanted to bring Stacy in for our first show back to let the folks actually see the mastermind behind the product. And I got Stacy and Cole Walker here. These are co-owners of Prime One. And Cole is Stacy's son, oldest son. Now you're getting ready to go to college to shoot collegiate archery and bass fishing, is that correct?
At Bethel University.
At Bethel University. Now, how long have you been into the bass fishing?
Ever since I could stand up in a bass boat. My dad fished semi-professionally for many years. My granddad was basically professional for many years, and so I was born into it.
Right.
The moment I could hold a rod and reel, I was out there doing it. I instantly fell in love with just being in the outdoors. And I've been tournament fishing now since I was probably 10 years old, which is 8 years ago.
Right.
And now I've stepped up to where I'm fishing against people a lot older and probably a lot more experienced than I am.
Sure.
And I'm fortunate enough to be excelling in that. So now I've had the opportunity to go fish at Bethel University, which is the top-ranked collegiate school in college bass fishing.
That's amazing. And what's the biggest bass you've ever caught?
The biggest one I ever caught is 11.6.
Well, heck, around here, that's a baby. We throw those back.
Well, look, we're not all blessed like some folks around
Yeah,
here,
but
okay?
ask him how he did in the World High School Finals.
Now, you went to the World High School Finals?
Yes, this past year, I fished in the high school World Finals on Pickwick Lake out of McFarland Park, which is a beautiful lake on the Tennessee River.
Happens to be in your backyard, right?
Oh, it's just happened to be right out the back door. And so we went out, and it was a 4-day event. The first 2 days were accumulated weight, the third day was by itself, and the fourth day by itself, which I'm used to fishing a 4-day accumulated tournament like professional tournaments are.
Right.
So it was a little bit different for me. We led every single day of the event the first 3 days, and we were blowing it out by a huge margin. If you were to total up our first 3 days alone, we had over 70 pounds of bass.
Wow.
5 fish each day.
Yeah.
Then on the last day, like I said, it's a championship day. It's a winner take all. It's basically a shootout, just like any other Saturday tournament would be, just a local tournament. And we had a little over 24 pounds with 5 fish, and wound up getting beat by some of my best friends who happened to catch just a few more bigger ones than us.
Right.
And wound up losing. But with that being said, we were done fishing every day except the last day by 8 a.m.
Oh,
the
wow.
tournament started at 6.
Yeah.
And we had over 91 pounds of bass in 4 days.
Now, where'd that place you in the world as far as?
We came in second in the world.
That's amazing.
And that was his little brother, Court, himself, and his dad as the captain of the boat. So
That
it was
is-
a Walker trio in the boat.
That is amazing. That's got to make your mom proud.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
was impressive.
It's definitely something to hang your hat on a little bit, because anybody can go out in one day and catch a good bag of fish, but to have to do it consistently over many days.
It's definitely a trick.
Different ball game.
You got to know what you're doing. You got to know where they're at. You got to know the conditions.
Absolutely.
And his good friends that beat him are from the Kentucky Lake area, and they own Jinko Lure Company. 18-year-old kid started his own lure company, so y'all check out Jinko Lures. They're pretty impressive stuff, and they're the #1 team in the nation.
She's been on my show 30 seconds. She's plugging everybody else now, so good job. You're learning the industry really quick. So the reason we brought you in here, because of course y'all are going to be a big sponsor of Lights Out Outdoors this year, and we are super, super proud to be able to support the Prime One Camo.
Oh, we're excited about it.
And we've been blowing it up on social media, and you know, a lot of the followers of the show have really been blowing it up on social media. I'm sure you've been seeing a lot of orders come to Kentucky.
We have. We got lots of friends in Kentucky now, and we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of friends to make a business grow like that. And so we're going to take a break here in a few seconds. Before we do, I want the people at home to realize this is a Christian-owned company.
It is.
And
Jesus first.
Absolutely, and you really care about the product you're putting out there.
That's right.
And with your background as a wildlife artist, you designed everything here.
I did.
And tell us a little bit real quick before we go to break how you came up with the idea of starting your own camo pattern.
It was kind of just an accidental thing. I was approached, my husband, who has been in the licensee side of the industry for a long time, making products, saw the need for a non-traditional camouflage pattern and was just struggling with where to get that. And I told him, I said, hey, I'm an artist, you know, I'll give it a stab. And that was it. I mean, I never dreamed of doing it. It was just kind of like the job from heaven, because I got to apply my art and my love for hunting all into one, so I don't even call it a job. It's just fun.
Well, you know, maybe later on you can try to draw me pretty one day, a picture, you know, maybe a little prettier. But folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about this Prime One, how you can get it. And Stacy's going to offer you a special code for the viewers out there that's going to get you a killer discount, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching Wild Kentuckiana Live. Hey guys, Tom Chamberlain, host of Wild Kentuckiana Live. We're here at the Cabela store in Louisville, Kentucky. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of really cool mounts back here. You can hear the waterfall in the background. It's a real peaceful, serenity kind of place. For all your fishing and hunting needs, Cabela's is your one-stop shop. It's the biggest toy store in the state of Kentucky for men and women. Everybody likes to hunt and fish. They have everything you need here. No need to go across the bridge and pay any tolls. They have it all right here. So come out here, you'll get to meet some of the guys that work in the archery department. They've got trail can seminars, crossbow demonstrations, they have conventional bow demonstrations, they even have blow-up archery targets for the kids. So make sure you come out and say hi to them, tell them Tom from Kentuckiana Wild sent you, and we're going to show you some really cool stuff coming up, so stay tuned. Hey guys, we're here in the bow room where they do make all the magic happen for you. I got Jesse here. This big bow hunter classic. They pulled in people from everywhere to help out because it's so busy out here today. Jesse, what you gonna do here? Y'all go cut some arrows for somebody.
Yes, sir.
They do it all here, folks. They can set your bow up, tie your peep in, cut your arrows. Anything you need maintenance on your bow, they can help you here. They're very knowledgeable. They have everything in stock that you ever would need for archery. So just come out and see them. Tell them what you're looking for. And they're going to make their recommendations on what they've used and what they've seen works best for people. So you can't go wrong out here. So we're going to watch Jesse cut these arrows real quick. Go ahead and do your magic.
Yes, sir.
Safety glasses first.
Yes, sir.
What he's doing is he's spinning that arrow so he don't get no burrs off that, so it's going to be an even, clean cut for him. Hey guys, like we told you, we're going to show you a lot of cool footage here at Cabela's in Louisville, Kentucky. So make sure you come check them out for all your archery, gun, sporting needs, boats, fishing. They have it all right here. With the guy here, he handles the bow department here. He's the one to set your bow up for you. So when you see it on TV, make sure you come in and recognize his face here. Used to be a model back in the day, so make sure you come in, check him out. He'll be glad to set your bow up. What are we shooting here right here?
We're shooting the Cabela's by Bowtech
42. Yeah.
With Cryptic Camo.
It's got the Cryptic Camo. It's a really cool bow Cabela's has got right now. They partnered up with Bowtech, makes a fine bow. Adjustable draw lengths, adjustable weight. So it comes set up ready to go with your stabilizer, your sights, your res, you're ready to go. It's a one package deal. You come in and buy the bow. They'll set it up for you to fit your needs and you're ready to go out in the woods. Remember folks, we got about a month away from deer season, archery season. They're getting ready to get hammered. Don't wait till the last minute. You know you have to get some practice in. Don't be that yahoo that comes in the day before bow season, buys a bow and expects to go out and kill something. We know it don't happen that way. So make sure you come in and see this guy right here. Just ask for the Playboy model. They'll know who you're talking about. Come to the back here and he'll get you set up. So folks, stay tuned. You're watching Wild Kentuckiana Live. Hey guys, Tom at Wild Kentuckiana Live. We've showed you the whole store so far. And when you think about Cabela's, people don't always think that they have boats here, but they got a great boat selection. They're a Ranger dealer among others. I got Tim here with me. He's going to tell me a little bit about this boat we're standing on right now. What are we standing on right now?
Right now you're looking at a brand new 2017 Z521C fully loaded Mark 250 Pro XS.
How long have you had this boat in?
It's been here about 4 days.
4 days, folks. It's a brand new boat. It comes fully stocked with Cola Petroleum motor, Marine systems. It is ready to rock and roll. So next time you're in the market for a boat, make sure you check out Cabela's first. They take care of you because you can get everything here. Not only can you get your boat, but you can get all your fishing supplies while you're here too. All your fluker reels, all your rods, anything you want to use, they got right here. These guys are knowledgeable. They got a great selection of new and used, correct? Y'all do accept trade-ins?
We do accept trade-ins.
And guys, we know we got a lot of bow fishers out there. They got the setup right outside waiting for you. Deck's already on it, ready to rock and roll. All you need is your lights and your generator, and you're ready to do some damage. So next time you're in the market for a boat, make sure you check out Cabela's in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm Tom with Wild Kentuckiana Live. Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain, and with me I have Stacy and Cole Walker for the owners of Prime One Camo. Now, before we went to break, we started talking about how you come up with this idea of doing it. Now, first of all, I want to know why is your pattern, or why do you think your pattern is better than what's currently on the market?
Well, you know, the difference between, and I never want to claim that I'm the best,
right.
You know, but what makes my pattern different is that A, we're non-directional. We have organic elements rather than specific foliage or rocks and stuff like that, which allows you to be in different, I stalk hunt a lot in Colorado, and so I'm never in the same terrain in one day's hunt at the same time. And so what it allows me to do is I wanted a pattern that was gave the illusion of movement. It had a lot of lights and darks, and that's what really, I would say, me being a wildlife artist, I've observed, you know, why does a leopard or a tiger or a panther be able to sneak up on their prey in the wild when you would think they'd stick out? And it's a matter of how the pattern is broken up. So what I did was painting all these animals all the time. I observed how their pattern looked. And a lot of people tend to shy away from light areas in a pattern.
Sure.
And that is critical because when you're sitting in your tree stand, look up and notice how much the light fragments through a tree.
Absolutely.
If you don't have that lightness in your pattern that most people shy away from, you're going to black out. And I'm sure we've all seen it. When you get off 100 yards, you look like a giant black blob sitting out in the middle of everything. So that was the challenge to me, was I wanted a pattern that didn't restrict where I sat or where I walked. I mean, face it, when you get out of your truck, you're hunting.
And you know, we're showing you some pictures here of different patterns, and you know, she's absolutely right. You know, I've went up to help friends recover deer, and they're still in their stand 100 yards. It's just a big black blob, and I could see them point them out a mile away. And you know, with this pattern here, you're not going to be able to do this. And you know, we're hunting all over the country in different elements each week. You know, maybe Montana one week, it may be Alabama one week, it may be Louisiana the next week.
Well, a perfect example is Cole for Easter weekend went to Nebraska with Sweet Addiction and was Miriam turkey hunting, and they had snow on the ground in the middle of April. Well, he was wearing this, and ask him about tell him about the turkey that got up right on you.
Well, we first off, Nebraska Miriam hunting. If you've never done it, it is absolutely the most incredible turkey hunting experience you have ever been on. There's just a tremendous amount of birds. It's an awesome hunt. Well, that also means there's a lot of eyes.
No, absolutely.
And Nebraska, if you've never been, you probably have an idea. It is open. There is nothing really to get behind. You're in the open plains and you're hunting birds that can see a tick at 20 yards in a field.
Right.
In the wide open. And not only that, we were bow hunting. We didn't have a shotgun. We were archery hunting.
Right.
So in one particular case, we were being filmed, and I was right next to a fence row that on one side of it had some really big gobblers. On my side of it had the whole flock of hens. And so we felt like we were set up good, but we really, other than just a fence post, we had nothing to break us up, nothing to get in behind. And so we just were basically shooting from the hip, saying, okay, well, let's hope this stuff works. So as the big toms working our way, I come to full draw on a big tom about 20 yards from us, and I was just about to stand to take the shot to get over this fence to shoot. And I hear something creeping up behind me. I said, what in the world? You know, out in Nebraska, they have mountain lions and whatnot.
Yeah.
I had to take a little glance over my shoulder because I wasn't about to get eat up.
Right.
Glance over my shoulder, and not 3 yards from me is a fully grown hen Miriam turkey.
Right.
And she is hot on my tail. But with the shot presented itself, I drew, stood, and shot. When I stood and I shot, I glanced back over my shoulder, and that hen turkey's still standing there.
She didn't know what you were. You blended in.
She had no idea what I was. I could have reached out and grabbed her by the head. Which, that right there completely proved to me that this stuff is changing the game.
It is, and you know, your mom told you it was good, but you had to go out and test it for
Exactly.
yourself.
Well, and that's
right.
the funny thing, you know, it's one thing to be an artist and to want to put all you got into it and design it, but I'm also a hunter, and so it's like, okay, yeah, I can wish for this to work all I want, but to actually see it work, that was a lot of gratification.
Yeah, and it is, and I tell you what, it's really blowing up social media. It's everywhere right now, and you know, on Facebook likes, you know, you have the Real Tree, the Mossy Oaks, the Nomad, Sika, Prime One, and I'm seeing more Prime One stuff across the board than I am anything. Now, when we come back from break, we're going to give you that little password you're going to need for a discount, like we told you in the last segment. But I'm going to make you hold off just a little bit longer. That will ensure them to come back because everybody wants a discount. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain. I hope you enjoyed that segment there with Cabela's. It's really exciting to do. So, Stacy, now that we're back, we're going to show some more pictures, and I want you to explain what we're looking at here. And as you can see them, or as the people at home can see them, you'll be able to tell the difference in your pattern versus everybody else. And I'm really excited to start showing these pictures. And it's going to be really, really cool because once we get out in these woods, you know, things change so quickly, and your pattern adapts to everything that you are doing. So, you know, when it goes spring or early fall, leaves start changing, you know, you have a pattern that kind of always catch up with what's going on, versus other people in the market don't have that. It's the same pattern throughout the year, you know, and you see some of this dot matrix stuff going on now. You know, it looks digitalized, and
You're going to see a lot more of it too coming.
I'm not a big fan of it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not. It reminds me of a military
It is.
getup.
And that's where it's influenced from.
Is that what the background is from it?
It is.
So what we got here? Show us what this camo pattern
That
here is.
is DT, Deep Timber, in the UK during Roebuck season. That's my director of marketing, Dan Beardsmore, and just incredible guys out there. Really plug in Prime One. We're going to be global, and it really blends. They have a lot more green and yellow tones in their pattern, but it's also going to be phenomenal for early season hunting
It's
here.
going to be wonderful for Kentucky bow hunting.
It's also going to help our guys out in, you know, like where Olympic Peninsula areas and Maine, where they have a lot of evergreens. You're going to have enough of that green to be able to blend.
And you know, that pattern is going to, it will work just about anywhere in the United States, especially early season. And we're going to show some more pictures here in a second of some different, maybe some grasses and some sage grasses, because, you know, you start getting more out west, and which is something I'm going to need. By the way, I'm going to need from you when I head out west. Something else is going to blend out there.
Well, and that's me. I hunt, I hunt out west. My favorite thing to do is to go elk and mule deer hunting.
Now, what we got here?
Here you've got, this is DT again, and this shows you right next to a sage grass field how it's going to blend no matter what, whether, you know, if you need a lot of green, if you're going to be out walking across through, how many of us have been busted walking across the hayfield, you know? That's going to help you blend.
Other than the guy's gun, you really wouldn't see him.
Well, and that's why we put him in a black gun, because we were like, hey, otherwise you're not going to see him.
Right, you need to stand out. Now, what are we looking at here?
That is Rocky Burris in the middle of Mississippi, late season, sitting out in the middle of a sagegrass field.
And what pattern is that, DT? Also?
That's MP. That's what Cole has on right here. So that shows you, you know, whether you're stuck in the tree, on the ground, you're going to blend. And you see the amount of lights, how you're looking straight through him.
Yep, it looks amazing. It looks like he's just part of the sage grass there, the high grass. And where was that, Nebraska?
No, that was actually in Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay. So that would be wonderful for a waterfowl pattern down there.
Oh yeah. If you're hunting deep timber and stuff, waterfowl hunting, or even in the fields, it's not going to matter.
That's amazing. And I think we're going to have a few more to look at. But before they get to the next one here, you got a special code you want to give them to try this out. Now you have on your website, they're going to go to www.crosspowerstore.com.
Right, that's his store.
And we're going to have it at the bottom of the screen for you.
Yeah.
And if you go to that crosspowerstore.com and you type in Hero 1, it's going to give you 20% off of your order.
That's correct. On anything on the entire store, and that's not any kind of you've got till the cows come home to use that code.
And the good thing about it is you can get hats, you can get koozies, you can get coolers on there.
Cooler bags. As we're getting product in, we're putting it on there. So it's constantly being updated.
And you can also go in there and see a lot of stuff that Cole has. He's got some really, really cool bracelets on there that, you know, I broke mine, but I wore it for a long, long time. I got it hung and snagged it. But the Crosspower store is a very, very strong Christian store. You need to go check it out because they got a lot of really good products on there. Yeah, Cole and his younger brother Court started that when they were 13 and 16. I mean, they were young when they started it. Yeah. So. And they got some really cool product on there. But as of right now, you can definitely get on there and check out the Prime One camo stuff that's on there and purchase it. 20% off, folks. Hero 1 is the code. Do not forget that. And once you go onto the Prime One, tell us about the Prime One website just got launched. Prime One Lab, we just redid our Prime One website, primeonecamo.com. Our guys over in the UK actually did a global site because we're now
going to be in Canada, we're going to be in Europe, and so we wanted to, cover everyone. And so you'll be able to go to that site. It's got some incredible photography. And we're just going to be constantly updating it.
And here it is here. And by the way, it'll scroll around. You'll see my TV show. You can click and go right to my show.
Yeah, all of our people that we're affiliated with, you'll be able to click straight to their sites. And
they really, folks, don't miss out on this because this pattern is going to be nuts. Tell us where they can find it out here in the future.
Well, the beauty of our pattern is we're not hunting specific. We're going to be in the entire, we call it a lifestyle pattern. You're going to see it, this is shoreline blue that I'm wearing. You're going to see this in fishing shirts. You're going to see us in Cabela's. You're going to see us in Gander Mountain, Dunham's. We're working on Academy right now. It's going to be across the board in a lot of different stores. You're going to see an entire line of fishing shirts for men and women, along with fishing pants and shorts, going into a lot of hunting products and different products that I'm not at liberty to say the names of yet because they want to do the big release. But exciting stuff coming in 2017.
Has it exceeded your expectations in a 1 year?
Yes. I would have never dreamed I'd have been where I'm at right now in a year's time. But I'm on a fast horse and I don't like to poke around.
What pattern we got here?
We've got MP. This is in my favorite place to go hunting elk. That's Mesa, Colorado with coags. Jeff Miner runs an awesome guide school up there, and that's Jeff. How many times have I gotten...
see Jeff.
Well, and I've gotten busted so many times walking across that field, and you'll be hollering, you'll hear them hollering, and you'll think, oh, they're way over here. And then all of a sudden you're standing out in the middle of this rock field is what I call it.
Right.
And you're busted. So, yeah, you got to be able to dive for whatever cover happens to be around.
I really appreciate you coming out. We're going to see you next week. Wild Kentuckiana Live, folks. Stay tuned.